The Golden State Warriors just went all in on Jimmy Butler, and it's either genius or madness. Picture this, you're sitting at home casually scrolling through social media when suddenly, boom, the NBA world explodes. Breaking news, the Golden State Warriors have traded for Jimmy Butler. Your first reaction, probably something between, wait, what? Or did Steph Curry just get another superstar? Or why would Miami trade Jimmy Buckets? And honestly, all of those are valid responses, because let's be real, this was not a move anyone saw coming. The Warriors had been floating in NBA purgatory this season, stuck in that weird space between not terrible and not a true contender. And Miami, they just gave up on Jimmy Butler, the heart and soul of their team. So how did we get here? How did the Warriors, a team that's been reluctant to make a big move, suddenly go all in for a 34-year-old star? And why did Miami decide it was time to move on from one of the most clutch players in basketball? Oh, and let's not forget, Jimmy Butler wasn't even the Warriors' first choice. This story has everything: high-stakes gamble, front office chess moves, betrayals, money disputes, and even a little bit of Draymond Green drama, because, of course. Let's break it all down. First of all, how did this trade happen? Warriors receive Jimmy Butler. Heat receive Andrew Wiggins, Kyle Anderson, and a protected first-round pick. Pistons receive Lindy Waters and Josh Richardson. Jazz receive Dennis Schroeder and a second-round pick. At first glance, you might be thinking, that's it? That's all Miami got for Jimmy? Where's the haul of draft picks? And that's exactly why this trade is so shocking. Miami didn't trade Butler for a massive package. They traded him for cap space. Yep, the Miami Heat, an organization that preaches culture and hard work, chose financial flexibility over their toughest, most reliable player. Why? Because of Luka Doncic. The Miami Heat have had their eyes on one target for 2026, Luka Doncic. Word around the league is that Luka is growing increasingly frustrated with the Dallas Mavericks. If the Mavs don't start winning big in the next 2 years, there's a real chance Luka won't sign an extension. And guess who just cleared enough cap space to offer Luka a max contract in 2026? The Miami Heat. That's right, Pat Riley is playing the long game here. Instead of giving Butler a contract extension that would have kept them financially locked up, they decided to move on now and position themselves for the biggest free agent sweepstakes in years. Will it work? Maybe, maybe not. But one thing's for sure, Luka to Miami rumors are going to dominate NBA discussions for the next 2 seasons. Before landing Butler, the Warriors had a different superstar in mind, Kevin Durant. That's right, there was a world where KD and Steph Curry could have reunited to bring back the glory days. But it never happened. Why? I'll give you 2 words, Draymond Green. Apparently, Durant still hasn't let go of that infamous 2018 argument with Draymond, the one where Green told KD, "We don't need you, we won without you." You know, the one that eventually led to Durant leaving the Warriors in the first place. Sure, they talked about it on a podcast a few years ago. Sure, they claimed it was water under the bridge. But when it came time for KD to make a real decision, he reportedly told the Warriors, "Not as long as Draymond is there." Ouch! So when the Warriors couldn't land Durant, they turned their attention to another star, one who actually wanted to play with Curry, Jimmy Butler. But why Jimmy Butler? At 34 years old, Jimmy Butler isn't the youngest star on the market, but he is exactly the type of player the Warriors need right now. Think about it. Butler is an elite defense because he can take on the toughest assignments, allowing Curry to conserve energy. He's also a major clutch factor. Why? Because nobody delivers in big moments like playoff Jimmy. He's tough, competitive, and built for a winning culture. He's got the full-on warrior mentality. And the best part? The Warriors got him without giving up Jonathan Kuminga or multiple first-round picks. That's huge. The team tried for other stars, Paul George, Lauri Markkanen, but those deals would have cost too much. Instead, they got Butler without mortgaging their future. When news of the trade first broke, some Warriors fans were hesitant. They were skeptical. The concerns? He's too expensive. He's 34. How many years does he have left? Is he really going to fit in the locker room? All valid concerns. But here's the thing. The Warriors are in win now mode. Steph Curry is 36 years old. The Warriors don't have 5 more years to wait for their young guys to develop. They need to compete now. And if you're trying to win a championship right now, you get the guy who's been to 2 NBA Finals and has a history of carrying teams in the playoffs. There was even a moment when a Miami fan just broke Butler's trade news to Kyle Anderson and Dennis Schroeder during a game. Then there's the Jimmy Butler's locker room issues. The acquisition of Butler did raise some eyebrows within the Warriors organization. Both Stephen Curry and head coach Steve Kerr reportedly expressed concerns about Butler's fit within the team's culture. Fans also voiced apprehension, labeling Butler as old, childish, and too expensive. However, with Curry at 36 years old and the team languishing in 10th place in the Western Conference, the Warriors felt compelled to make a bold move. Attempts to acquire players like Lauri Markkanen and Paul George faltered due to high asking prices. In contrast, the deal for Butler allowed Golden State to retain young assets like Jonathan Kuminga and multiple future draft picks, making it a more palatable option. Some people say Butler is a locker room problem, that he causes drama wherever he goes. Is that really true? Well, kinda, but not in the way you think. If you look at Butler's history, you'll remember. In Chicago, he demanded a trade when the Bulls hesitated to offer him a max deal. A similar scenario unfolded in Minnesota, where he caused locker room drama after the Timberwolves refused to offer a max contract. In Philadelphia, feeling undervalued when the 76ers prioritized re-signing Tobias Harris over him, Butler chose to depart for Miami. In Miami, tensions rose again when the Heat were reluctant to extend his contract, leading to trade rumors. See the pattern here? Jimmy Butler doesn't just randomly start drama. His issues always come down to money. And guess what the Warriors did the second they got him? They gave him a 2-year, $121 million extension. This means no drama incoming. When Butler gets paid, he plays his heart out. Now that his contract is secure, the Warriors are getting the best version of Jimmy Butler for the next 2 years. Golden State is currently sitting in 10th place in the Western Conference. Before this trade, their season was on life support. Now, the Warriors have Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler, a duo with elite playoff experience. A rejuvenated locker room, no more awkward Wiggins situation. A realistic shot at making a deep playoff run. Will they win it all? That's the million-dollar question. While concerns about locker room chemistry persist, the Warriors are banking on Butler's proven talent and the hope that a secure contract will keep potential issues at bay. One thing's for sure, the Warriors just made the NBA a lot more interesting. The next few months in Golden State are going to be a wild ride. And that is how the Warriors pulled off one of the most shocking trades of the year. What do you think? Did Golden State make the right move? Or will this blow up in their faces? Let us know in the comments down below. In other news, the Spurs have landed the deal of a lifetime, while the Sacramento Kings messed up the deal of a lifetime. Check out this video to find out what happened.